versus the STC. And here we go, Kev. Like we were saying as we were jumping into the game, WCS America incredibly strong right now. Guys like Polt, guys like Jaedong, three of the top 4 players at the WCS Global Finals actually coming out of WCS America. That's a pretty
we got
cool
TheStC,
statistic.
man. Like TheStC might even be the best player in the world right now. Again, not for the first time in his career, but
yeah, that's a great point, man. TheStC is in sick shape right now. And
like, did you see the amount of players that he beat? Not just when he won DreamHack, but even before that. Just losing to Bomber in a really close series.
You saw that one post on Reddit?
Yeah.
It was just like TheStC win against
and then
everybody.
Like 2-3 losses, like where he at least was able to win 2 games. No one is able to sweep TheStC these days. We're going to see TheStC in the next week, I believe, or the week after that. At least TheStC is coming once more. Anyway, Ben, EG's Jaedong is, of course, spawning over here on the left top side of Eklund Waste.
That's right. And, of course, down on the other side, his opponent, the Blue Terran, the STC. The STC has to make something happen here. I think Eklund Waste is a good map for it. He has a lot of options.
And he's going to go very economic, Ben. He's going to go command center first. Jaedong is going to spot it as well. So he's going to be able to be annoying with this drone, which I think is always frustrating for a Terran player. Once you're building with one SCV, then you have to pull another one. And because you're building it so far away, you probably are going to have to put another one because the drone wins the fight. Kind of unfair.
Yep. That drone is going to be chased by an SCV, so I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of harassment on that building command center. But like you pointed out, this is just free lost mining time, indirect damage to the economy of STC.
Jaedong not doing the same as what we saw yesterday or the day before. What was the Zerg that we casted on Monday, Ben?
Monday was Bjol.
Yes, Bjol, it was an incredible miracle. Every single time he saw his opponent go and commence in the first, or when he didn't even see it, he still went triple headshot before his spawning pool. Jaedong is going to play this out a little more normal, but he's probably going to delay his gas at least a little bit.
We've seen every possible approach to ways to play against CC first, from 3-hatch mass economy to 6-pool mass aggression from Suppy. Now we're seeing Jaedong kind of park it somewhere in between. He's just going to do the normal stuff. Hatch first, spawning pool. Probably going to see a gas go down here pretty soon. Well, actually, I think he might actually go for the very quick 3 bases after pool. So a little bit safer than the 3-hatch before pool variant.
He's at least going to get his queens out ASAP. I'm curious to see what the SC is going to follow this up with. Right now he has 3 SCVs on his gas, so it seems like he's pretty serious about collecting gas, and it's not just to get a Reaper out after his command center and then throw down another command center. It's kind of funny how he switched up his builds, because in most of his TVs that I've seen, he really likes to open up with a triple command center, and I don't get the vibe of this once more.
Yep.
Going to drop the factory right now, as you can see.
STC just trying to deny a little bit of vision, a little bit of information. See Jaedong dancing around with that Overlord. Going to be completely safe. No chance that a Marine catches up with him. And Jaedong, when are you going to take that 3rd base? I guess he wants to saturate too.
He's getting 2 more queens, so he's going to go to 4 queens immediately. That's going to keep him safe against those initial Hellions.
Old school
as
Spanishiwa, man. Wings of Liberty style. Ice Fisher.
Where's Husky when we need him?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh yeah, I remember those days, man. You know, back then when... that's a long story, never mind. I'm not going to tell it, sorry. Moving on.
It's not story time yet,
no,
folks.
it's not story time.
We do have double gas in the natural of Jaedong, so this is actually literally how the old school Wings of Liberty no gas Zerg builds used to work. Now the drone is moving out, so we're going to see that 3rd hatchery going down momentarily. Jaedong's going to have a great economy, man. He's fully saturated on 2 bases. He's working on that 3rd hatchery. His tech is delayed. Classically, the way a Terran wants to take advantage of this is by having a faster 3rd command center, but that's not what the STC has done here. He's instead gone up to 3 racks. He's got his factory down, so maybe we're going to see some kind of...
I mean, Jaedong is a risky player to play against, and if we take a look at the vision from the STC, STC has seen absolutely nothing yet, other than that scouting drone was out. These first 2 Hellions represent the only bit of map control and scouting information that he is going to get. You know, for us, this is a very easy game right now to cast, because we know that nothing big is going to happen in the next 2 minutes. If you are the STC, that's not how you're feeling right now. You have no idea if a crazy amount of Zerglings or Bailings are hiding somewhere around your base, so you have to be very careful. And what he is going to see with these Hellions is at least going to give him a lot of comfort.
So far, he's just seen these 2 queens, but he will scout the building 3rd hatchery. Jaedong getting well, not fast, but he's getting speed and burrow relatively quickly. So that early burrow for Jaedong is going to give him some cute we'll say, options. We'll be able to burrow banelings. We'll be able to burrow singular zerglings for extra map vision around the map. Also, double evo chamber going down.
I also think he's gonna have ridiculous creep threat this game.
Oh, definitely. With the 4 queens this fast, he knows the importance of controlling the map with creep, and
made a nice round of zerglings. I believe up to 20 zerglings or something. 18 right now. After that, he's going back to droning. Another queen in production as well. Jaedong is damn serious about his queens. There are 6 Hellions on the map right now for the STC. Layer attack going down for Jaedong. Not super quick.
Maybe Jaedong's 5th queen.
Last game, Jaedong already had a Spire in production at this phase in the game.
Yeah, much slower tech out of Jaedong. This is a very, I guess, a beefy kind of a play style. He's taking his time. He's establishing that economy. And he's going to have very well upgraded Zerglings. Zergling Baneling even. He's probably just going to go Zergling Baneling Muta once again. This is a great map for it.
Yes. He's also going to have crazy amount of production if he really wants to throw down a 4th hatch and then just make a ridiculous amount of Lings, Banes and Roaches, something that Jan loves to do. And I actually think that would work pretty well with the way this game is played out. 2 command center going down right now for the STC. That's an important moment in the game as well.
Save your queen.
Very similar push to what he did in the last game. He has 6 Hellions. He has around 12, 13 Steam Marines. He has 19 on total, but he left a couple at home. 2 Medevacts are on the way as well. Jaedong has way less Zerglings than he had before, though. Last time he had like 60, but he does have better creep spread.
It all comes down to the control here, and the Hellions are being microed well. Marines dancing around. Those Lings actually all melt away, so
Jaedong underestimated this a little bit.
Yeah, did not take the best fight there. He's got 30 more Zerglings on the way. First, Baneling's being morphed as well, and he's doing a great job buying time, running in circles with this group of Lings.
And above all, we should mention he's doing this off more drones than he had in the previous game. This is an identical scenario, the same build pretty much from the STC, other than that the command center was first. Other than that, it's been the same thing, but last time Jaedong was producing a ridiculous amount of units from 42, 44 drones. Now he's doing it of 56. So if Jaedong makes it through this phase of the game, which definitely seems like it's going to look, as the STC brought home all his Hellions, he's going to be in a really good position.
Yep. Once again, we're also going to have a later 3rd command center from the STC, so his economy is a far cry from, I guess, what it possibly could be. There's 4 medevacs out, so STC perhaps thinking about some multi-pronged drop aggression. Zergling's going to catch some of these Marines. That Baneling was not very effective.
There's also a drop heading towards the 3rd base right now, which is a little bit scary, but there are a couple of Banelings over here. There are 2 queens as well, because there's just so many queens. There are 6 queens in total. Widowmine is part of this little group as well. At the same time, we still have action at the ramp. The STC is kind of spreading Jaedong out right now.
Widowmine was dealt with by a manual Baneling detonation, so very cute move there out of Jaedong. This drop behind the mineral line in the 3rd base is doing some good damage, and the STC is actually forcing Jaedong not only to stop building his drones, but he's killing a few of those drones. He's working on that worker count. Medevac does get chased away, but not before Jaedong lost about 7 workers.
I'm not sure if that was good enough, though, for the STC. I feel like he needed to do a little bit more. He's going to bring back this Medevac. He still has his drop active in the main base as well. Queen should have just focused on his Medevac. It will still fall, though. A little bit of a drop in the main right now. 1 Hellion or 2 Hellions, a couple of Marines. We'll be able to pick up a few drones here and there.
Good multi-prong aggression from the STC, but I think ultimately this has been dealt with. Jaedong loses a couple more drones.
Yeah, that was actually a little bit of a successful drop. I think if he would have focused on this Medevac immediately, he would have had a better way of dealing with a drop in the main base. But at the end of the day, Jaedong's still in a pretty okay position. Once more dropping creep over here near the 3rd base of the STC. I'm loving it, Ben. I think that's so smart.
Creep and a burrowed Zergling. So the STC is going to kill the Overlord. He's going to wait for the creep to recede. And then he's still not going to be able to land. Unless he's next level meta, but he's not today. That Ling will remain.
7 Mutalisk are going to usher this Medevac out from the top side of this map.
Yep, I think we can say that Jaedong has officially stabilized at this point in the game, so the STC's multi-pronged drop aggression probably not going to be quite as effective. He's going to want to sit back and build up a bit of an army and start using his drops to gain map presence.
Yeah, map presence is something that he doesn't really have right now. If we take a look at the vision of the STC, we can see that he sees pretty much nothing other than his own 3 bases. That's always a scary side. He's like, I could swear the creep is gone right now. Ben, this game's bugged.
Just let me land. He's going to build a turret. And that will grant him the detection. That's hard to say. The detection. Yeah, to kill that Ling and land that command center.
For the STC. More deep.
Detection.
Green Claws going down as well. More and more turrets going up all around the main base as well.
Look, Drilling Claws looks like an alligator.
No, Ben, it looks nothing.
It does!
Okay, I can see.
Okay.
So
It's the alligator.
I disagree just because Cats really wants me.
Thanks, Papi. El Capitan. sowing the seeds of conflict. Viking making its way around the outside of the map. This Viking is way late, man. The Overlords already have speed, and Mutas are already out. So Viking picked up a couple kills, but that's all he's gonna get.
He's able to pick up a few Overlords here and there, so that's not too bad. Now this Muta hit squad is going to try to deal with it. A lot of Zerglings in production right now for Jaedong. 46 in total. He already has 46. So that's going to go up to 92.
Massive lean count on the map. The Widow Mine count is not... Oh, actually he's at 10 out, so excuse me. It's high enough. The STC is going to have to engage well. Losing some Marines a little bit sloppily here.
Setting himself up pretty good over here on his right side though. It's a little bit scary for Jaedong. Jaedong's going to send in quite a few links and Banelings. The Banelings probably won't be able to connect.
Wow, the Widow Mine's taking out all the Banelings. So that was well played by the STC. The Jaedong was very clearly trying to get the mines to take those initial lings, but they just didn't. And the Banelings were dealt with as a result. 174 supply for the STC, who enjoys a supply lead right now, so he's able to lean on his opponent. Jaedong with only 14 mutas and 11 Banelings out on the map. He's going to have a hard time dealing with this push, I think.
He's going to need a few more Banelings. He's morphing a few more Banelings. He wants 2 Banelings trying to look for a reasonable connection. Picks up a few Marines here and there, so he buys a little bit of time for himself. We got 14 mutalisks, so that's not too many either. He's sending in units one at a time.
The STC's splitting well, and this push will continue. Jaedong down to just 25 Zerglings on the map, 2 Banelings out on the map for Jaedong. He's going to have to figure something out. 9 more Banelings on the way. 2-2 about to finish up for both of these players.
TheStC hitting a little bit before 2-2, but 2-2 is not ready for Jaedong either. Once more group of Banelings. This one really has to connect though, and it doesn't really. Quite a few Marines survive. All these Widow Mines are still alive as well. Now the reinforcements are streaming across the map.
And that's the real scary part. The reinforcements represent a completely different set of problems for Jaedong, who is only now dealing with that initial group of Marines. And with new Marines and Marauders in the pack here.
But there is one problem for the SSC, unless I missed it, is that he doesn't have a 4th command center.
And Jaedong is now forcing detonations on all of these Widow Mines. There's a few that still have some punch left in them. Oh, Banelings. Oh, is this bio-trapped? It might be. Oh, man, actually
the last 2 Banelings are actually able to sneak through everything and will connect with all of those Marines. And that is such a massive connection for Jaedong.
Yeah, it was looking so good for the STC for a little while, but now the bio count has gone down, and there's not really anything with this push that that can deal with the mutalisks. It's only a few Marines.
A couple of Banelings blew up on all those.
I think those mutas could just kill those Marines. It's only 5 Marines.
Reinforcements are coming across the map though. Still 72 army supply for the SSC, so it's still looking scary. Starting his 3-3 upgrades as well, way before Jaedong is even thinking about it. More Banelings wiggling in, but the cardboard animation Marauder soaks up everything.
The mutas took a bit of a Widow Mine shot there. STC once again is going to push into this 4th expansion of Jaedong. Baneling's going to come from both sides, or not only one. He's not going to send that second wave of units. The STC is being so incredibly cost-effective here, Kev. He is doing a great job of trading small amounts of units for lots of Zerg units, and the Marines still staying alive. Jaedong is struggling so much to deal with this.
Got a little bit of Romba as well on the main base, but I'm not going to look at it because this action is more important right now. Widow Mine's doing a little bit of friendly fire as well. I must say Jaedong is doing a fantastic job in hanging in there. On the other side of the map, still dealing counter damage as well. I think the Jaedong will stabilize.
It's still very close. It's still very dicey. That run by has helped. It's forced all the reinforcements back at least, which buys Jaedong a little bit of extra time. 30 lings, 10 Banelings on the way. I cannot believe that he's managing to hit injects in the midst of all this aggression. But he's doing it.
This is the phase of the game where I have 12 Zerglings in production.
Yeah, it's like you just got done with a big fight. Oh, crap. My queens are dead and I forgot to inject. Not Jaedong, as he does once more jump on these units and finally cleans up the push and stability for Jaedong. And look at the supply, Kev. Suddenly the STC finds himself at 120 supply against 150. A push that looks like it could possibly be game-ending for a little while. And somehow Jaedong finds the time and deals with it.
The only good thing for the SSC right now is that he does have 3-3 upgrades. Perhaps he's able to make something happen with those upgrades, but there's so many units for Jaedong out on the map. Zerglings, Mutalisk, Banelings, all over the place. Mutalisk taking care of a couple of these medevacts as well. And above all, Jaedong just has so much map control right now.
Yeah, and with no 4th command center, like you pointed out, I guess it exists now, but it's not. It hasn't landed, and it's going to be hard to get it to land with 23 mutas out on the map. That's the point where that muta cloud is just truly terrifying.
So beautiful this game. Absolutely fantastic macro by Jaedong.
Yeah, this is over, man. GG. The STC calls it. Jaedong I thought he was dead at one point. He's